Hey guys, welcome to episode 2. I hope you guys enjoyed episode 1. Now, this conversation is not for kids. So if your kids are next to you, tell them to go to a different room. Did they leave? Okay, so this episode we're going to be talking about is Santa real or real fake?
Fake. It's in all the work. No. Welcome, guys. I am excited for episode 2. So we're gonna start off today's topic, right? With how we grew up, right? What was our tradition when it was our parents' turns, right? So me personally, my parents mixed it up. So we had a little bit of the religious part, and then we also had Santa, right? So what I mean by that is we would listen to church. Sometimes we would even go to church at midnight. But the gifts weren't underneath the tree. Well, let me rephrase that. Maybe till like a certain age, the gifts weren't under the tree until a certain age, and then after that, we already knew that it was our parents doing it. But that's how I grew up. So it was a mixture of both, right? So we had the little, como que se dice, the little nativity place, little set, little
The
baby Jesus.
little, the Reyes and stuff?
Yeah, so we had that underneath the tree along with the gifts. That's how we grew up. How did you guys grow up?
So I was very unfortunate growing up. So we didn't have much. Um, so when my mom would get me gifts, she didn't have enough for 2 Christmases. You know how there's for us Spanish, we have Christmas and Tres Reyes. It was either or for me. And there was times that she didn't have it. She would have me go to the discount store and make me think that she was getting gift for someone else. Like I didn't really believe in Santa because she made me wrap my own gifts. And or we would go to discount store. I didn't grow up having Barbies or anything like that. Like I went to the discount store and remember those really whimsy plastic ones that popped out? That was pretty much how I grew up with Christmas.
It was you squeezed too hard because they were that. I had a few of those.
Yeah. So we didn't have anything traditional. My mom would put up a Christmas tree. She wasn't too religious. She always felt like she didn't need to go to church to believe in God, and that's how I kind of took it upon myself as well. And so yeah, that was pretty much how we grew up. Like I didn't really have Christmas in the sense of an innocence. You know how like oh my God, you wake up to opening gifts and things like that. Growing up, we had a little bit of that, but it wasn't so much because we couldn't afford a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Janeri, I know you probably have.
Yeah, so mine is a little different. Well, to the age of 9, I want to say to the age of 9, before my parents got divorced, I was super innocent. Santa, like I believed in Santa. I also did the Tres Reyes, so I would get double the gifts. I would put the hay under the bed for the burros, and there was no Christmas gifts under the tree. I wouldn't see any gifts, but super innocent. Santa was coming. I was fortunate, like my dad spoiled the shit out of me. My sister worked in Toys R Us, so I would get every Barbie. You know, like I was spoiled till like the age of 9. Everything changed after that, but I already knew that he wasn't, so I grew up with opening gifts on Christmas Day. I would also go to church and those poofy dress. And we used to sing de Belén, si te ven, voy camino de Belén, all those
I
like,
remember that.
yeah, so that's how I grew up, and that's what I remember. I don't remember much after not believing in him. I remember when I believed in him.
You know what's crazy though? Like we celebrated the Three Kings, but I can count with the one hand the times that I got double the gift. Now that I think about it, maybe twice. So it's a conversation to have with my my parents. But I don't remember believing in Santa. I guess I was that young, right? And I don't remember the time that I stopped believing in him tampoco.
Yeah, me
Which is
too.
So since there was no gifts under the tree, right? My dad has this closet locked. Nobody opened it. My mother didn't have the key. Nobody had the key for that. So, una madruga, it was like midnight. I woke up to use the bathroom and I saw my dad take out all the wrapping gifts. So, yo, I cried hysterical. I remember being so upset. And then, like, he broke it down to me. And it happened again with the Tres Reyes. So I'm still believing in the Tres Reyes. But then I see him taking the hay out of my bed.
How,
How
old were you?
I was 8 years old.
Your life changed.
Yeah,
My mom didn't play no games. She said, She goes, I'm having you wrap your gifts and everybody else's gift that is gonna come along. I was everybody's Santa, okay? That was me. I was Santa. At 5 years old, I was Santa.
Damn, no, but I would be traumatized too at 8 years old catching my parents. You know, it's crazy now that it's so different now that I have Alexa. Like, I want her to be as innocent as possible. Like, I do the hold your elf on the shelf daily basis. This thing is a full-time job.
I'm not looking forward to that.
And I took her to go see Santa. Like, I recently took her to go see Santa here. And oh my God, the nicest Santa. He came up to her, he read her list, he asked her how you're doing. Oh, like, it was the cutest thing, and she was so excited. So I'm a firm believer in keeping the innocency alive as long as possible, because we have the rest of our lives to be bad. So keep that.
Very true.
And keeping the joy and the magic. The boys as well, they love the whole elves. They believe in his magic and the whole Santa. And I'm keeping about the same tradition, but I also want to take credits. So how I do it with the boys is the elf. I have 2 elves. They come with wrapping papers, with 2 wrapping papers. So the boys get to pick the wrapping papers. The elves take the wrapping paper back to Santa, and that would be their gift. Those gifts don't get here till Christmas Day. So the gifts that they see under the tree is from like family members or from me and Angel.
I like that.
That is a good idea.
So those wrapping papers, they know those are from Santa.
Oh, that's genius. I'm gonna take notes of that one. I'm serious.
I can do this off in the shop because let me tell you guys. So last night, Alexa, she was up till like 10 o'clock at night. So just around 9-ish, I'm setting up the up on the shelf on her LOL doll, and I'm putting the stickers. Why this little girl came on was like, "Mommy, where you?" I'm like, Timmy looked at me after he put her to bed. He's like, "So what are you gonna do next?" I was like, "Next, or up in the shop. I'm not like it's staying like that. That's what she's getting." And this morning she woke up. She goes, "Mommy, you did that. I saw you yesterday."
Well, I think she Greg's doing it in the nighttime. Like, it's nerve-wracking.
Listen,
I'm over it.
I'm not looking forward to it, but I do want to, since I didn't have tradition growing up, like really at all, like we really did not have no means for tradition and gifts. I'm very fortunate enough that I can help and do that for Kason, you know, give him what I couldn't. Well, I mean, not I couldn't, but what I didn't have. So I'm definitely looking forward to like building traditions with him. Like the little elf on the shelf, as pain of an ass it is, I'm looking forward to that because it keeps the innocence. Like I feel like the generation right now has lost the innocence because of social media. It's so like everything is so like available in their hands that they're just so focused on the screen as opposed to life.
Yes.
You know, that's why I'm like keeping that innocence of the elf on the shelf and the Christmas. I feel like that's such a staple in like just kids. I didn't have that. So I'm so excited to have that with Kason.
It's our responsibility, like not to cut you off, but it's our responsibility as parents to make the time. I have some parents that are like, "Oh, just that's too much work." And to be honest, it is. It took me like 15 minutes to open up on my iPad. I put day 1 to 25, had different 25 ideas from Pinterest. It's more than 10 minutes a day. Like it's honestly not that much of a struggle, but it's just like, you know, the consistency, like everything else in life. You know, it's a matter of
I'm sorry. I had to start earlier because AJ Googled that the elf comes after Thanksgiving.
Oh, I was like embute, like, why would he? I read the book with her, and you see this little nigga, excuse me, you see this little, right behind the turkey. I'm like, yo, he is.
But just to see their joy, like looking for it and the magic. I had one of my little cousins tell AJ that Santa wasn't real and he freaked out. I'm like, Papi, it's okay if he doesn't believe in Santa. Like, our mommy believes in Santa, you believe in Santa. It's okay if they don't believe in Santa. But he had like the only like, Mommy, he said that Santa isn't real. And I don't think that's okay. Like, if your child does not believe in Santa, I don't think your child should be telling other kids like, oh, Santa's real. Santa's fake, you
So
know?
that's the next question. Okay. What, like, how would you break it to them? Like, because I'm not there yet. Case is only 15, 16 months. So we're not there to where I'm like, oh, I have years to go. You guys are in the cusp of it. So how will you guys break it to them? Like, because you guys do the elf on the shelf. There are kids, like what you just said, that, don't already believe in it and is already exposing them to like, yeah, Santa's real, like fake, real fake. So how will you guys break it to them?
I honestly would let her figure it out. And just, I have clear communication with Alexa. So it's just a matter of like watching her reaction with things and talking to her. Like, once you see, like, your kid better than anybody. So it's just a matter of attention, which is very important. But me, I'm not telling her nothing.
Once I see that his like joy and like his magic is like dying down and he's like, Mommy, like questioning me. Like, I hope that it comes to the point that he's just like, damn, Ma, you did all that for me. Like, you moved the elf. Like, I want him to be like, you did all that. Like, that's how I want him to react. Because just Josiah is not so much like the magic. AJ's more into it. Like, AJ will wake up before Josiah. And Josiah's like, whatever. Like, it is what it is. He doesn't really like.
He's the oldest, right, Josiah?
Josiah's the youngest.
Yeah.
Or he's not like, it's whatever. AJ's more vocal about it.
That's nice. Because he's older, that he wouldn't be as into it at all. You see? Age is nothing but a number. So what age do you guys feel it's like the cutoff? Like, do you see a 16-year-old believing in Santa and you're like, no, pet out there, like, why are you standing on that for?
They're already in high school. What the fuck?
So do you think there's a cutoff time, or is it like it is what it is?
It depends, because like my innocent, I stopped playing Barbies at 14.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I stopped playing Barbies at 14. So it just depends on the child,
So
yeah,
that was a question I had, because we did like a feedback kind of thing. And it was just like one person that said they went to school and the kid went, and that's the thing, is like even in school they're exposed to it. Like there's some kids, like Janarius kind of said, it's like some kids don't believe in it. So the kid cries and it's like comes home and it's like, oh, I heard that Santa's not real. And that's already in school. So it's not like, oh, it's by family members. It's like their whole peers that are like saying it. And it's like, that's hard, because now you got to explain to your child, like, yeah, Bobby, they're the same age as you. That's the thing. Like they're in the same age group and they're already saying, oh no, well, Santa's not real, and your kid is still believing in it.
Yeah, the maturity level is
it's completely different.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of paying attention. It all boils down to be paying attention to your child and communicating with them, Me, because I honestly have to think about it. It's like Halloween and trick-or-treating. Like, I wouldn't mind having a 13-year-old still trick-or-treating. Not necessarily that you have to believe in Santa, but you can still do like small traditional things that still keeps you innocent, keeps that just in a different type of level as you grow up, I love that. So I don't know about you guys, but my tea se me está enfriando.
Mine's already halfway done. But I wanted to but you guys are, January, you said how you found out Santa wasn't real. Just, do you remember how you found out?
No, I don't remember. Well, I barely remember believing. I remember like once or twice the times that I woke up and the gifts were finally under the tree. But I was that kid that, after a certain age, the gifts were there and I would pick through the gifts. Like I would make a little hole and then and I would flip it so my mom wouldn't notice. Like,
oh no.
Oh, you're slick.
I was like, but right, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed it and get some feedback and some notes on how to go about, Santa traditions, whether you believe in Santa or not, right? It's a matter of making it as fun as possible, making it as memorable for your child, keeping the joy and keeping the innocency, whether you go the Santa route or not. So thank you guys again for joining. Next week, let me tell you, it's a topic I think that's a little controversial, right? It's about C-sections and are you a real mom or not, right? Did you push that child? Like, did you go through that pain? Are you a mom? No, I'm just kidding, right? So
No, I went through pain, okay.
right. C-section, are you a mom? That's gonna be our next episode. So make sure that you guys are setting those notifications and are tuning in.
Yes, guys. So you guys can check us out on YouTube. We'll be posting episode 1 and 2. By the time you guys listen to it, it's already gonna be on there, thankfully. And also you guys can hear us on Apple, Spotify, whatever streaming services you would like to hear us from. Whatever is your preference. But thank you guys so much for giving your feedback, for listening to us, 3 crazy ones coming together and just having conversations as real as they are. So thank you guys. We really, really appreciate it. And hopefully you guys continue to take notes and whatever lessons you guys take from us. And just hopefully you guys continue to listen to us. We're so excited to do this. We came together just to kind of shed light to what sometimes is not spoken of and just give our perspectives, because there's so many podcasts out there. But this is ours. And we're just giving our point of view and our perspective. So thank you guys so much for listening. And hope you guys check out the episodes on YouTube, remember? And also Apple and Spotify.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Yes. Cause oh my God, Christmas is this weekend, guys, already.
We got how many days for the elf? 6 more days.
Wait, but elf away.
Elf is gonna be, well, I don't gotta deal with that.
Elf goes away.
Janina's been counting down the days. But thank you guys. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.